Hey, this is South Georgia Bass Center. We're doing another Tackle Tuesday video.
Boom.
This is Dustin, and he's got, what was it, swim bait?
I have a swim bait on, and Daniel has a swimming jig, both in the same color.
Zero gravity swimming jig. It's like this white with like black specks in it. I don't know what color it is, I just know it's zero gravity. So I'm about to go ahead and do mine. Do you want to do yours first, or do you want to go?
You go first.
I'll do mine first. I'll show you just how different ways you can throw it, and then different ways you can set it up or rig it. Okay, so I'm going to put this over. So here's the jig right here. It's a zero gravity jig. It's got little white specks. What I like about it is it's incredibly light. So if you just want to throw it out there and not necessarily have it sink to the bottom, you can just throw it out there and just bring it back like nothing. It's not like it has to sink to the bottom. It's very light, you know, zero gravity. It has the little weed guard on the hook, which is nice because I've never gotten stuck with weeds. It also has these extra strands that come out further, which I really like that.
It's kind of like some of the big spinner baits that you'll see.
And when it's underwater, you'll actually notice it actually swims like a fish, like the back of it. That's why it's called a swimming jig. It actually swims like a fish. That's why you can do it many different ways. It's very light. And if you do put it on the bottom, the top of it's perfect for just sitting there on the bottom. It's not like rugged or anything. It just sits there nice on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to just real quickly just show you many ways so you'll throw it out and reel it back in different ways. Okay, so I'm going to show you first away how basically this is just your basic jig one. Like if you're not letting it sink, watch out, Dustin got cast. But if you're not planning on letting it sink, your very basic one is just, hold on, got a bird nest. This thing's so light, I'm not used to casting it.
And he's in the wind.
Yeah, and I'm in horrible wind. First thing you can do is just cast it. I'll show you another way. You just reel it in back in quickly and bump it. Make sure it's under the water though. Just toss me over. Or since it's a swimming jig, you can actually reel it in. I'll show you. You can reel it in and then bump it, and then reel it in for a little bit and then bump it again. And it works really nice because it's a swimming jig. Because of the swimming jig, it allows you to do that. I actually just had a bass, like first cast, I was reeling it in and then bumping it like that, reeling it in, bumping it, and make sure your rod tip's low so it doesn't bump the surface. And then that creates a really nice effect when you reel it in and bump it like that. I'll do another video of that. Reel it in and bump it, reel it in and bump it. And of course, I don't know if you can see the bait, I don't think you can. But it's on top of the water. When you're bumping it, you want to have the rod tip low. I'm about to move the camera a little bit lower, because I'm trying to have the reel upward facing so you can see me the movement. But now I'm just going to move it over. Okay, see, I'm just going to reel it in and then bump it, and then reel it in and then bump it. It works. It's just another method. It also is a lot slower when you're doing that. It moves a lot slower. So if the bass doesn't like something that's a lot of movement or it's going to put up a fight, he might go for it. Then this is the other method where you can bump it. Just bump it back, have the rod tip low so it doesn't bounce off the surface. And then the other method is you hook a trailer to it. And this one, you can still do the same methods, or you can hook it, or you can just let it sink and then bump it off the bottom. But I'm going to show you with the ones I got the Mystery Tackle Box, the Big Bite baits. They work as a perfect trailer for this. It's a little crayfish trailer. I'm going to show you.
And you might want to bite some of that end off.
That's okay. That might be good. I'll just try it with this. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how you rig this real quickly. Let me get some line out and just wrap around my rod. Okay, so you have your jig right here and your little trailer. So what you're gonna do is you want to flip it upside down. Make sure none of the strings get wrapped around it. It's all good. And then you want to pull your weedless up, and then you just want to slowly penetrate it in there. Penetrate it like that, bring it in, and then go about right there to where it goes to that hook and pull it through, and then pull it all the way till it reaches the end. Really, I did it just a little bit too far, and then bring it back over, and then boom, it's set. See, now it's got a trailer on it. So now I'm going to show you now what you can do with this method, which sometimes I've actually caught bass off of doing this. What I will actually do, this works better with a heavier jig. This is a very light jig. I mean, it is literally out. It's probably like 1/16 out. I don't know. It's very light though. What you can do is you can just let it sit like that, and once it hits the bottom, just bump it. You want to do a straight up bump like that to have it come off the bottom and then settle. and then straight up bump like that, and they come off the ground and settle again. Or you can do either the methods I showed you before, or another method you can do this because it's a little bit heavier. You can wait till it sinks to the bottom. So I'm gonna do that. And then you can just pull it like that and let it sink. So what it'll do is it'll just skid across the just a few inches off the top of the bottom. So if anything's sitting there waiting, it'll just skid across the top of the bottom. Like that. I'm gonna go ahead and reel it in. Then I got stuff on your line because you talked me over. Makes it really aggravating because you got to take your bait off first and then put it, then take out the other person's line. It makes it really aggravating. So I'm gonna go ahead and end and go to Dustin, who's using the swim bait. I still don't know the name, but I'm gonna go to Dustin really quickly and we'll see what he has to say about his swim bait.
So, Dustin here, and I'm gonna show you my bait. And this is a Savage Gear 4Play. This is a great bait to use. This bait right here has caught plenty of fish. It's kind of pricey. I got it at a local convenience store before it got popular, and I got this for $10. So that's a good price because these baits average around 20 bucks. So it's kind of pricey for all y'all younger anglers. But this bait right here is perfect for this time of year. When the bass just came off the spawn, they're getting super hungry and they're looking for bait to scavenge on. Now, even though this doesn't match your brim color, they're still like, oh, that's an appetizing dinner. I think I'm gonna take a hit at that. So you will catch a lot of fish that are coming off of after a post spawn with this type of bait. Now this bait sinks is probably about a ½ ounce, but it's a good bait to throw, and it's kind of relatively heavy, so you need a heavy back rod whenever fishing this. But it's in a ghost white. Not really much else to say. Can't rig a trailer on it or anything like that, you know, because it's obviously Sunday. So that's about all I have to say for this bait.
Okay, so Dustin's about to show you how that might look on the surface of the water. He's about to show you a video about how different ways you can reel it back in, different ways you can bump it, all that good stuff. And then we're going to put the GoPro in the water and do an underwater shot of that. Comment if you like the underwater shots, because we're working a little hard for that. But
yeah,
comment.
If
you don't like it, then we won't do it. But
I mean, it's because it's taking a lot of time and effort to do these underwater shots. Like, it's taking a relatively good 20 minutes. So if y'all do not like it, leave it down in the comments, and we'll try to find something else for y'all.
Okay, we're going to go to the shot of Dustin casting it out and bumping it or reeling it back in from on top of the water. And we're going to go do that real quickly.
Okay. So this is stuff I'll be asking back in. And this is with the bait, and I'm going to show you some different ways to do it. The first way is just going to be swimming it right across the top and kind of using it as if it was a moving topwater bait that really didn't stop well. So you're just going to take it, cast it out there, and then you're just going to take it and kind of just jerk it and reel at the same time. And it gives it a moving effect in the water that kind of makes it look wounded or injured, and as it's trying to like run off. Now the next method you can use is just throw it out there and buff it, just like you would with a trick worm or something like that. Just buff it. And this will give you some relatively good action on it and kind of make it look more as a wounded target, because this bait will be sinking and going at the same time, so it kind of looks like it's wounded. The next thing you can do with this bait is take it and let it hit the bottom and drag it across the bottom. So, let it hit the bottom. It shouldn't take it too long. But drag it across the bottom, and you kind of want to keep it at a subtle drag, so it'll be dragging head first, and it won't get caught on a lot of weeds. So, it's on the bottom, so I'm reeling. top, and it looks like a little snake or something going across the top of the water. So, that is all I have to say for the Savage Gear foreplay. So, boom. We will move to the underwater shots. So, we completed this, and I was using the, I look like a fish, I was using the Savage Gear foreplay, and Daniel was using
zero gravity jig with also like with the trailer and just the jig itself.
So, we have completed that. So now,
probably around Wednesday or Thursday, we're gonna have the MTB unboxing out. Also, Instagram channel.
oh,
If you're on Instagram,
South Georgia Bassing.
if you have an Instagram account, then you should already be following our Instagram. But if you're not, because you're just not cool, you actually are cool. If you're following this channel and watching this, you are cool. But if you haven't already followed our channel, then you should go ahead and look up South Georgia Bassing. We should be up there. I don't know how many other channels have that name, because you know it's in Georgia. It's kind of a specific name. But you should look at the channel, and then it'll give you all the updates on our channel. Just subscribe to it, or I guess just follow it. As in Instagram terms, just follow it, and then it'll give you updates on all our channel, and also some sick clips from different videos. Also give you insight on future videos.
Yeah.
And also if you just want to see some sick pictures of fish and stuff or underwater shots, then you can do that too. But yeah, Instagram channel. Subscribe to this channel, follow Instagram.
Subscribalist.
Leave comments and like.
Yeah, leave a lot of comments.
We do look at your comments. I mean, I know me and Dustin both are on top of comments all the time.
Yeah, like, as soon as you send a comment, I mean, unless it's during, like, the middle of the day, we'll be on top
And
of
also, now that I got the new analytic, whatchamacallit.
Yeah, we got an analytic thing. For all y'all people that are YouTube owners of y'all self, go to your App Store or Google Play and download the
It's the Creator Studio YouTube app.
And it tells you every analytic. So if y'all know what analytics is, it's like all your statistics of your channel. Your views, what's going on with your views, how much money you're making, if you have a revenue account, which we don't, because you know.
AdSense account.
Yeah. And then subscribes, how many people you've been subscribing, how many people you've lost, and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's a really cool thing, because usually if you have your phone, usually you have to log into the desktop version, click on your thing. If you have to sign in, sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. Sign in, you have to click on Creator Studio, then go through the whole process of getting there, when literally all you have to do is the first time sign in, which usually it'll go straight to all your Google accounts, so you can just click on the account, won't have to type in the password or anything, and then boom, you're on it.
You're there.
And then it shows you everything. It's no clicking or anything. Basically, once you log on, it's already there. It already shows you everything about your channel. All future other videos, it shows you also, it shows you everything about every individual video. It's not like just your channel in general. It has a little page for that and for your individual video. It'll show you how much money you're making on each video. Basically, the entire desktop version of your statistics on your phone.
So it's a great way to keep track of your YouTube account. So I would recommend downloading that.
I think that's all besides the MTB unboxing, which I've already talked about. We did not complete the MTB slam. We had baits that just did not work for this pond, and we could not make it happen.
So unless we go to a different pond or something like that, we will not be able to complete it. And so
that's everything. This is South Georgia Bassing.
Videos will spike very soon because we are almost out of school, and as soon as we get out of school, we will probably be posting 2 videos in between 2 to 3 days each day.
Tons of videos. So get ready for that.
Tons of videos will be coming out.
Get ready for us to spam your phone or computer, either one. Okay, so this is we just saw a big old fish just jump. But this is South Georgia Bassing. This is Daniel signing out. I'm walking out over to Dustin. Yeah, South Georgia Bassin. This is Daniel signing out. Dustin, what do you have to say?
I have to say I'm signing out.
That's Dustin finally. He has officially made it. He is signing out. So the South Georgia Bassin, and peace out, sucker!